Ooh. So, black screen. Yeah.
Yep.
No, you took the words right out of my mouth. Great. So
It's Rayman.
yeah.
Rayman. We're playing Rayman.
No.
Movie art framework. Is that a play on like? Well, it's almost like they're copying MT framework, really. A little bit.
Man, I want to see what can be legitimately original around you, Sarah. You're just throwing around all these accusations of fucking liberal thievery. Man.
Nah, I'm just making observations. Is all.
Ooh. I gotcha. So, I don't know if you guys remember my review score, and I figured we really, like, this game needed a play just so I can show you how amazing it is. But I gave this game fucking 5 out of 5. So, you guys should really, I'm not joking, really check it out. And right now, I'm about halfway through, well, not halfway, I'm actually a quarter way through. This game is actually really fucking long in the tradition of JRPGs, and it's like 70 hours plus.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's really long.
Pretty good for a download game.
And it's really good. It mixes all of these elements of Grandia, Pokemon, and different other RPGs. But there's an element system that's involved by what you equip. And basically, if you notice right there in that bar, strategically playing, not only do you have to see who would be the most effective against what elemental type, but you have to see the order of priority your enemies are in, because if you attack them and you have a faster strike against them, you can interrupt them and basically send them back and delay their attack or their response. I don't know if you've noticed too, Ignatius, the little blue firefly that's like closing his eyes and going like, yeah, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. You can move him around, and you can do different things with them as well that also help with the battle. If you notice the sparkly foliage to the left and right in the bottom of the screen, Ignatius can go there and actually collect, like, that has extra MP and HP for emergency reserves if you need it. He can basically hover over you like I'm doing over that enemy and give you health, or you can have him hover over an enemy and that slows down his path along the timeline, so that way you can get a head start ahead of him and try to beat them within priority. So mixing all these elements up along with the tactics of moves, their casting time, and what moves will be more effective against what kind of bosses is actually what makes this really cool. And like, you get a huge party. Like, even then, I'm not that far, and I've already got like 5, yeah, we'll count them right here. 1, 2, 3, and yeah, about 3 party members counting Aurora, but you get more. You get up to 5 to 6. So each one has their specialty, and you can switch them in and out of battle, and it won't count as a turn. So it makes, I don't know, battling, it's fun. It's not like that tedium that you kind of see in other ones. And of course, the way you encounter enemies will determine whether or not you ambush them or get surprised by them.
Gotcha. So it's always like getting the element of surprise on them.
Yep. And gives you, as you notice the order of priority, we're farther ahead. And each dude's pretty fast. So right now I've got fucking fire spider dick asshole there. So of course I'm going to go ahead, have my caster cast a water spell towards him. Again, I mean, it's nothing that's really like
stuff you already kind of know.
Yeah, it's not exactly mold breaking. It's ingenious in how it's done and how it's done within the presentation of the game. Like, I don't know, these are characters that not only just make up for like this beautiful, fantastical aesthetic in this world, like the world of Lemuria, and traveling through it and doing this, like it's weird how Japanese it is, and then how Western it still is. Like, it's got shades of fucking Howling Moving Castle and Neverending Story. And the artwork is inspired by both Miyazaki and I don't know if I'm saying his name right, Sarah, you can help out. The dude who does all the Final Fantasy promo work, Imano.
Oh yeah, Yoshitaka Amano.
Yeah, Yoshitaka Amano. In fact, Yoshitaka Amano actually did a promo poster for Child of Light that I threw into the review. And his poster is fucking sweet. I actually want to order it. It's very dark, though, but everything he does has got, like, this wispy darkness to it. But yeah, and, like, just this part of the level here and, like, these obstacles and flying around and doing them, which can take a lot of fucking damage from Aurora. I I don't know. The whole thing honestly feels like an experience from start to finish. And yeah, my gamepad fucked up. Don't mind that. I was playing a little too far.
Yep.
But what I did want to mention too is that I don't know. There's definitely like a real cool cheeky. I personally like it. I don't know why everybody's complained about it, but fucking everybody speaks in rhyme. Except one particular character named Rubella, where she sets up a rhyme and then she horribly fucks it up and doesn't say anything that remotely even closely rhymes to it. And then one of the other characters corrects her and is like, "Oh, you mean this?" Which is it's a paraphrase of what she was saying, just with a word that would rhyme. So it's great. Like all of these characters have personality. So far, my favorite. Go ahead.
So okay, like in battle here, right? Can you only have the 2 people, or can you ever have more than 2?
No, it's always 2. But you can swap, and when you swap, it doesn't take up your turn. Like you can swap as many times as you want, and it'll still be your turn.
Kind of like Persona, when you actually like switch out your different personas and use them in battle.
Yeah, and then the one thing, if anything, that I kind of want to knock against Child of Light, because I thought it would be cool. And plus, like, it's also something that's, really Japanese. So I figured they would, apply it in some way, shape, or form to keep up with their homage. There's no summons in this game.
That seems,
yeah,
something
so
they should have done.
I think it would have been cool. I mean, but I think because the battles themselves are so fast and frenetic, and not only that, like Ignatius plays a big role. How you use him between healing you and basically slowing down enemies that could use the slowdown. I guess that's the kind of mechanic that replaced any idea of a summon, because like you use Ignatius like with the right stick the whole time. He's not like he can just follow you automatically. I wanted to go outside real quick and show you Lemuria. So I'm inside this old mountain, which is a living woman, and inside she has a treasure and just these waterfalls coming through from the sky.
Sorry, I was gross there for a second.
Yeah, you
Hey,
were.
So the blue thing. So, I mean, I know that these guys have a real, like, they really want to do this thing with, like, something that you can, like, move around with a touchpad and kind of, like, like the Wii U with Rayman Legends and, stuff like that. But if you're playing, like, on 360 or PS3, how do you move the blue dot? I mean, do you have to, like, switch
stick.
the control?
You don't even use the touchpad on the... Yeah, it's right stick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's actually, it's a lot more intuitive than you'd think. It's actually like the one thing it's not always the most intuitive, and like I said, there are like all these orbs you can collect within the stage that will refill your HP and they'll refill your MP. You can even just have Ignatius collect them for you. You don't have to directly touch them yourself.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing. Flying, just because it depends on just like how ambidextrous you are, but flying with Aurora feels way more intuitive than. When you're micromanaging both, like moving around Aurora and Ignatius, it can be a little bit of a fucking hoodoozy, but I don't know.
A what?
A hoodoozy.
Okay.
Yeah, hey man, don't fuck with my mnemonics. All right, I won't let you.
I feel like I need an Urban Dictionary anytime I talk to you.
Thank you. That's a compliment.
Hey, I guess sure, that works.
All right, so again, totally curious to hear what Irene has to say, because I really feel like this is.
We're dropping. Did you cake him? Oh, okay, cool. Oh, I thought you said she's. I was like, oh, is she? I know. I was like, what?
What's going on here? What?
I looked at it wrong because I thought it said she's in the text, but it's sites, because the I and the T kind of mixed together. It happens.
I wish I was in your secret club sometimes, you guys.
Yeah. No, yeah, I noticed that too. That we'll talk about that after this.
Oh, how to join? Sure.
The club, yeah. There's initiation and everything. It's cool.
Yep.
Yeah, but what did the Canadians think about this game?
There's massive amounts of hazing while playing Alien Soldier.
Yes, there was plenty.
It's still highlighted on the Twitch in case you want to waste your time seeing a shithole game.
How does Canada feel about this game? I want to know from that part.
I'm loving the art direction. I think it's a very...
Hey, look, there's totally a hand there.
Mm-hmm.
And a mouth. Nice.
Lady.
Sorry.
Love your room things. No, it's really pretty. I like it. It's fluid, and it's not like a lot of the animation I've been seeing in a lot of games lately has just been really, really bad. And this is really it's pretty. I like using the word pretty. It's pretty.
I guess I don't get like why she the flying around just kind of threw me off because I thought there'd be a lot of traversing, like, you know, just by kind of running.
There's a lot of environmental like obstacles like this. So I wanted to show you guys
but not
the
the whole
skill tree. Skill tree works very similar to Far Cry 3. So it kind of branches and splits off between how you want to manage your characters, and so far this is what I've been able to do. Now a lot of like people have given flack for the equipment. I fucking love the simplicity of the equipment because it, if anything, it's easy to learn or easy to mess with, and yet it's complex all at once. So we'll get to that in a little bit. That was the skill tree. The equipment is the oculi, and they're basically like crystals that you can equip, and not only can you collect several different points, which they all have a certain effect and ability and elemental alignment, but you can craft bigger, more powerful crystals that enhance whatever effect that's associated with them. So you guys, I'm pretty sure I did get some craft going on. And like where you mentioned Toast, that moving around may not seem like a lot of fun. Using Ignatius, because there's a lot of dark areas, and having him illuminate hidden pathways, like Mario, like New Super Mario Brothers style, there's a lot of invisible walls, and there's a lot of trickery within the stage, so everywhere has a point of exploration that, like, you can't help but, like, you're not exactly bumping and hugging walls the entire time. You're like, that's what makes Ignatius really cool. He can kind of do all that hard work for you without you having to do anything, and he has an ability where he lights up paths that are dark, so it's not like you have to, like, again, just fucking bump and grind. But the stage, they all like have an architecture that kind of telegraphs like something of interest, like a point of interest that you can't help but explore. Like, I don't know, I don't have any issues with moving around in the game at all and wanting to explore. There are so many different times where I'm just, all right, hold on, did I check this area? Did I check this area? As it, you know, there's always something that you can go about possibly locating, and it'll be a hidden chest that has like oculi, which are, to me, is really valuable because it's just ways for me to enhance the like on my party. So you notice I just got some rough rubies. Those are within the oculi, and then I can use them to craft, mix and match, and get some other stuff. And right now, so you'll see what I'm talking about with the dialogue and the rhyming.
Little rat.
I think it's so cute. I want one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so your sister later joins you. That's Nora. Spoilers, but anyway, you know. Anyway, she fucking doesn't like that dude. He's kind of a shady little prick. He looks like a shady little prick, to be honest.
He looks awesome. He looks like a Robin Hood rat.
It's the mustache.
Mm-hmm.
Those are whiskers. Yeah. Cheap cop-out mustache.
Sweet mustache. Whisker mustache.
So, like I said, all the and like, I will say, like, I think there was only 2 times where the the dialogue was a little bit forced, just so that way they can get a rhyme out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta make sure it's done in iambic pentameter or whatever it is.
Exactly.
Gotta make sure it's all right. Yep.
So, and in these little moments here, like, so I could have left and gone on and continued, but like, you can tackle this puzzle, which helps you move on. I mean, it's got kind of an open-ended structure. Like, this is the main quest, but there's 3 other side quests that I've got going on. And just by initiating this, like, Robert left my party. So if I want him back, I got to do the puzzle. And I personally, I never see the harm in having too many party members, because when you know how I mentioned you can swap them and it doesn't like punish you into taking a whole turn. Yeah. I kind of feel like, you know, you can never have enough party members if you're getting like your shit beaten. There's always a quick switcheroo to kind of keep the party going, as far as, you know, whatever battle. So solve the puzzle, was able to go ahead and align everything, and then Ignatius will then come into play and needs to illuminate all these orbs with his light, which it can get tricky because, you know, you got to move along with some of the objects when they give you puzzles like this. And there we go. Puzzle's done, and I got fucking Rat Dude back in my party.
It's pretty cool.
All right, Sarah. How we feeling about it? I really got to hear what Sarah has to say.
Not sure what to think yet, to be honest.
Well, what are your reservations?
I like her.
I don't have many reservations on it, but it's another RPG, and I've got so many that I haven't played over like the last 2 generations. They're just kind of sitting there sealed, and I just haven't gotten to them.
So what would make this be a standout RPG that you had to play? Like, what would win you over? I mean, it honestly has to do something different or do something well enough to be something you have to play, you know? I mean, like, what do you think would be something that this game could offer that would make you want to play it right away?
That's a really good question. I don't know.
She's got really flowy hair.
She does. The sweet hair.
Her hair flows.
And then you can't deny the craft that you fucking got going on, man. The craft.
Her hair's pink. You like pink hair.
It's more of like a tomato. I don't know.
What?
I don't know if I'd go
tomato. Come on.
Change the contrast on your monitor, fool.
Yeah, I mean.
Tomato. Get out of here with that. She doesn't
it's a ripe twat, man.
Ugh. Don't say that. I don't like that.
Gosh.
Now you're being gross. We were making fun of deaf people in the last video. Now you're saying gross stuff. Terrible. No. Yeah, that's definitely more of a. I wouldn't say it's a pink. It's like a.
More of a fuchsia or magenta.
Maybe. Okay. I need to get out my color wheel and just kind of put it up to the screen and find out for sure.
Dude, hex code or get out.
I actually don't have. I actually don't have a color wheel. Sorry, I really don't.
Yeah. Fucking. If you're done fucking around.
Yeah, let's get down to business.
So as you notice, the improvements, like right here, there are stages. There's the tumbled, and then there's the faceted, and then there's the superior. Not only do mixing around different gems create completely, like, there are gems that you can't find natively. The only way you can get them is by making them, and they kind of give you some gimme recipes, but you kind of have to experiment with what'll craft together. And then afterwards you kind of apply which gems would work best with the oculi. So they not only have like an elemental alignment like thunder or fire or water that you can attach to their weapons and defense, but they'll have an effect like I'll be able to move across faster. I have less of a chance of getting interrupted during casting time. So picking the combination of the best oculi and switching around with them. Yeah, I know. I just fucking got my tootsies hot. Yeah, get that hot foot. Yeah, it kind of basically encourages you to try to find the best setup and loadout for battling. And like, dude, you get thrown in some intense fucking battles. Like this shit with the spiders. I'm pretty sure like. I wasn't exactly put in the best situation. So I switched out Aurora for Nora because she has an ability to where not only does she interrupt and paralyze most enemies, but she also is able to reasonably attack everybody within one move without having it be like a fucking crazy long cast time. So I figured I'd throw that with my caster. So, like, it's weird, man. There's a fucking crazy amount of depth to the game.
I think I'm sold on it, though. I was kind of on the fence about getting Child of Light, but I mean, just the style of it alone has me sold. And I like old school turn-based RPGs. I mean, I kind of, you know, that's kind of in my wheelhouse. You know, it's something I really like to play. So I think this pretty much is, yeah.
Looking at it, though, it just kind of makes me want to play Grandia more.
See, I did not play Grandia. Like, I have the first one downloaded, but I've never really got into it.
I will say that, like, some of the like more like in-depth design mechanics of Grandia designed around the timeline bar aren't really in Child of Light. Like Child of Light basically takes the situation and then loosely defines it in a very humble interpretation, but it's still really sweet. Like I said, balancing out like situations where you can interrupt your enemies, and then using Ignatius, like I forgot, oh shit, I should be using Ignatius to slow down some enemies, and then, you know, trying to micromanage like order of priority of who you should attack based on who's weak against what and who's going to attack you first. You know, making those kind of calls, it keeps you on your toes, man. Like I was mentioning earlier, like the biggest issue that a Japanese RPG can encounter is when their battling system becomes more of a tedium than something fun. And with the hours and still plugging away hours that I'm putting in Child of Light, you know, that's not the situation here. So I don't know, man. I'm digging it.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I wanna give it a play.
Yeah, it's coming out to Vita soon too.
Which have we heard if it's going to be a cross buy? I mean, if you'd buy it on PS4, PS3,
I don't think Ubisoft has confirmed that, but let's have they done that with Rayman?
No, they did not. So,
but I think like
probably
maybe,
won't.
Yeah. But I might be different because Child of Light is downloadable. They did include like this crazy special edition physical option that came with like a bunch of shit, including that poster from Yoshitaka Amano.
Oh fuck! Can you still get that?
I don't know if it was like a pre-order thing, but I'm pretty sure you could find it at some location of the store that shall not be named.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't know.
I'll look into that. Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, guys, I gave this game fucking 5 out of 5, man. I was insanely impressed with it. It was like I mentioned in the review, it was one of those games that became more of a game the further I got into it, and it slowly started to find itself into an experience. Because, like, as cheesy as like the speaking in rhyme may be, and you know, as bare as like some of the cutscene portraits may be, I mean, they all change to reflect the emotion of the character speaking and whatnot. I just felt like the story and the way they went about it and the art style, it did transport me to this world. Like it wanted to fucking bring me into something that felt larger than life, and I felt like that coming away from it. So I know, hopefully you guys kind of got that impression just from checking it out. This has been Press Pause Radio Play.